something on their own, but I'm just going to just quickly make up some examples with you in case you need to pop in the ones that you didn't or had a difficult time coming up with, okay? So again, you need to know these terms because we'll have an upcoming quiz on them. You also need to know how to use these terms in sentences when you're discussing your artwork or someone else's artwork, okay? So again, the elements of art are the basic components or the building blocks of visual art, meaning anything that we see with our eyes, we can analyze and break down into these 7 basic parts. You can see these elements looking at anything visual basically, okay? So one of them is line, and line is defined as a pathway that's made by a moving point through space. So it's when you make a point with something, for instance, we're doing it with a pencil, right? And if I make a point, it's not a line, but once that point moves through space, it becomes a line. And a line, okay, it's one-dimensional mark that can vary in width, meaning this line could be this size, it could be, right, it could be a thick line, it could be a really dark, bold, thick line, it could be a medium line, it could be a light line, it could be a dark line. So the idea that you can have all kinds of lines that vary in width, direction, and length, okay? So you can have a short line, okay, or you can have a really long line that lasts forever. You can have a dotted line. You can have, right, a wavy line. You can have a jagged line. You can have a crisscross line. You can have a swirly line. You can have a bunch of perfectly straight lines. You can have vertical lines, diagonal lines, horizontal lines. So basically in this box, I want you guys just to play around with line. If you drew a picture using lines, that's a great idea. If you just drew a random design with lines, or if you just literally filled the space with a whole bunch of lines, I want to see line variety. If you made a design using line, but you didn't show me variety of line in that design, what you could do today is you could go back and add a little bit of a variety. Can you make some thicker, some thinner, some lighter, some darker? If all of your lines are straight, can you incorporate zigzag lines or curvy, soft lines, jagged lines, dotted lines, or something, okay? So you want to make sure that you fill the space with variety of line, showing me that you understand that line is a pathway made by a moving point that is one-dimensional, meaning it doesn't reconnect with something else to turn into a shape. It's just an ongoing line, and it varies in width, direction, and length. You want to show me lines that vary in width, direction, and length in the space, okay? Notice too that with this pencil, the power of this beautiful old school sharpenable pencil, I was able to make a line that was really crisp and dark, but then when I used the pencil on an angle, kind of on its side, okay, it gave me a variety of really nice soft lines. Do you see that? That's what we want when we're illustrating, using one pencil to create a variety of line. And we can't do that with mechanical pencils. If you tried to use a mechanical pencil on an angle, it would snap on you, right? Mechanical pencils are meant to give you consistent, sharp, skinny lines, okay? So fill your box in. If you need to tweak it to show me more variety, you can do that. And then we're gonna move on to the next definition.